get married, raise a family and die. Hi guys, Salibonani and welcome back. So this video is going to be part of a new series that I kind of want to test out and play around with. It's pretty conversational. The series is basically hashtag raised in the diaspora. It's kind of funny because then I'm now in that position where I'm raising my child with certain expectations, standards and a cultural background that doesn't necessarily relate to what he's going to be seeing on a day-to-day. The first one that I think really kind of moves my spirit is the concept of, why are African parents so obsessed with marriage? Is marriage an achievement? And I've been racking my brain back and forth because obviously I myself am married. I am happy in my relationship. So I moved to England when I was 6 years old, and I genuinely feel like there are a few set things that we focused on in our life as children being raised here. To respect your parents, respect elders, respect people around you. Education, you need to pass, finish, and the basic standard of education is university. If you don't have a degree, you haven't done it. Get married, raise a family and die. That in an African home is just like you ticking boxes, right? Being in a European setting and having been raised in the diaspora, I'm seeing that, okay, so yes, I have to respect people, but actually I owe myself, that element of knowing who I am and having my own opinion and actually expressing it respectfully. Our counterparts have been allowed the opportunity to express themselves within their home settings. So when they then go into professional settings and other settings, they're quite confident in who they are. Let me speak for where I am. Okay, I do feel like English people in the UK are allowed to be a little bit more expressive, Sometimes your neighbour might just call their mum by their first name. No, Linda, I ain't doing it. I'm like, then I try it like, no, it doesn't fly, okay? That's extreme. I'm not trying to call my mum by her first name, but I do feel like it begins within the home setting that you're in. Like, I should be able to say to my mum, no, actually, I'm not feeling to take geography because it's not going to be the subject that I want to take if I want to become blah, 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 right? However, it was just like a given, like you're taking history, like you're taking math, you're taking the sciences. I remember having a debate with my dad where I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm a creative at heart. I'm going to do English. I'm going to do this. And in hindsight, I'm so glad that I had the privilege to pick that up from being in the UK and be able to say that. Whereas my sisters kind of did the more traditional stuff. And I was like, nah, I like to talk too much. So yeah, the education thing. I feel like in African homes, you aren't necessarily empowered to do that. I don't think it's a bad thing because yes, children need guidance, children need structure, and if we all made our decisions at 14 about what we wanted to do with our lives, I don't think it would be that great. We do need a bit of guidance. However, I feel like in an African home you're so sheltered, so protected about things that when you then are exposed to things at university, it is wild. I think that being in the UK, being exposed to people that are from different backgrounds here, I then learned that actually it's not just about ticking the education box, it's about finding your purpose and what drives you and what fulfills you and what you like. And I then feel like that's the spin that African parents need to kind of consider sometimes, and that's what I'm going to try and do with my child. I mean, he's only 2. Gosh, let's raise our children to look at who they are and their purpose and help them to find that. The big one that just continues to irk me, marriage. And that being kind of like a tick box thing, and that being an achievement. I genuinely think that for a lot of people it can be the be all and end all, but I don't think it should be. I think it should be an enhancement of who you are in an African home. Listen sis, if you don't got this, no one's listening to you, no one's respecting you. Like, you need to come home at 6, okay? I don't care if you're 31. Come home at 6. All I'm saying is, if I've been to uni and I'm holding down a job, don't be telling me about no 6 o'clock, okay? And I've noticed it in my life. Like, when I got married, I literally shot up on the social scales. Like, at church conferences, people will come in to look for me like, hey, how are you, Mrs. Moyo? I was like, bruh, this, if I'd known, I would have got married at 18. Show me respect. Not really, but it's just, it's mad. In my culture, it's like, once you get married and you're a missus, because you run a household, you elevate some. But to be honest, I have people that are slightly older than me, cousins and stuff, that are way more adult levels than me. But because I'm married, I'm now like, hey little sister, they're like, hey big sister. That's wrong, okay? For me, I think as Africans we need to cut out the concept of that marriage is an achievement. It's a blessing that you're married, you know, it's an enhancement, but it's not achievement. Come on, it is not an achievement. Like, how? There's so many other things that people are doing out in this world that are amazing, helping people, saving lives and stuff. If you're in a happy relationship, you guys want to commit to each other and do it in front of God, that's amazing. Because if you've grown up in an African home, then you already know what I'm talking about. What things did you experience that were kind of like bugbears for you growing up, feeling like it was a bit of a tricky one because you want to embrace your culture, but then at the same time you're seeing things that are like more modernized, westernized, and you want to just become the two, you know? Yeah. Anyway guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was kind of chatty, a little bit ranty and reflective, but yeah, I'm hoping to do more in the future. If there's any other sort of topics that you guys think of that are linked to being raised in the diaspora, then definitely hit me down below with some comments, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.